What's the consensus on YSL LIBRE? This is a powerhouse perfume franchise launch for Yves Saint Laurent, which has spawned quite a few flankers and limited editions. I've aggregated, analyzed, and interpreted 100 consumer reviews of LIBRE to help give you more insight on whether this scent is right for you. Here's a word cloud that breaks down the most mentioned words and phrases in consumer reviews. The bigger the word, the more times it was mentioned in reviews. First and foremost, reviewers are calling out the fragrance notes, namely the lavender, vanilla, and other floral accords. From there, reviews highlighted the powerful performance of this fragrance, which could be a good thing or a bad thing, followed by the identification of the archetype of the person who wears LIBRE, a boss lady. Let's delve into a little more detail. First of all, many reviewers were preoccupied with the hype surrounding LIBRE. I personally love to try a fragrance that's hyped. It means that many people have tried and loved a fragrance and that it's beginning to have momentum. To be clear, hype isn't going to make me automatically love a fragrance, but it does mean that I'm more likely than not to appreciate the fragrance because it's been tested and approved by a lot of other people. Advertising and social media or influencer campaigns can work to make people aware of or even try a new fragrance, but they are not going to make people fall in love with or repurchase the fragrance. That is all in the juice. So I don't get why people are so dismissive or negative about hyped fragrances. It's like a little hint that says, hey, try me because it's likely that you'll enjoy me. Of course, it's okay to try and decide you don't like a hyped fragrance, but that doesn't make everyone who likes it wrong. It just means that your personal interpretation is just not as favorable. Bottom line, LIBRE is super hyped, and I don't want to ignore the hype. LIBRE's unique character lies in the prominence of lavender. If you like lavender, then that's a great thing because LIBRE really elevates lavender into something luxurious, unique, creamy, gourmand, and addictive. It's a really pretty execution. You will not be able to stop smelling yourself. But for those who don't like lavender or are sensitive to lavender's potential to go masculine, harsh, sharp, functional, or even headache-inducing and nauseating, you may have to write off LIBRE because the impact of lavender is really at the heart of the fragrance's olfactive DNA. For many fragrances, the personality creates an allure or backstory that can draw you in and make you curious to try. The fragrance identity can be a mood, feeling, a place, a season, a time, or even a mindset. LIBRE's identity is boss lady. She's empowered, revered, respected. She's confident and commands attention with her presence and charisma. Boss lady was a term that came up in a remarkable number of consumer reviews. I love the imagery and what it represents in the context of the broader perfume industry where femininity is more typically depicted as sexuality or demure innocence. LIBRE is about empowerment and confidence. What a great fragrance vibe. Okay. It's time to proffer a little advice on how to wear LIBRE for maximum success. That means understanding that this fragrance is strong. It's basically a beast mode, eternal lasting fragrance. And so a little goes a long way here. Be careful not to overspray because if you do, you could very well find yourself with a bout of nausea or fragrance-induced headache. 1 or 2 sprays will do the trick. Also, be sure to wait a bit in order to experience the fragrance in its lovely creamy dry down, where the lavender softens, the vanilla lingers, making this fragrance a softer wear in the long run. Besides the polarizing aspect of using lavender in a fine fragrance, some consumers also criticize LIBRE as typical, basic, generic department store perfume. This basically means predominantly floral and very blended. If you're sensitive to this type of fragrance, consider this your fair warning. But honestly, I totally get the diss of smells like Macy's, but to me, LIBRE is a floral blended, but still so much more ownable and exciting versus a safe floral perfume that has little personality because it doesn't want to offend anyone. I think LIBRE is a bold, daring, and cool fragrance, using lavender as a platform to give it a fresh, unique identity amidst a sea of floral fragrances. I love LIBRE and look forward to trying its flankers in the near future. Thanks for watching.